Hey guys, Little Black Belt here. I know I've been gone from the YouTube thing for a little while, but I had an idea, and I really don't know how well it's going to go over, but thought I'd give it a try. I don't know of too many real beginner's guides for heroes and generals out there, and so I'd like to give it a try. Doing guides really isn't my thing, but I'd like to give it a try. And I'd like to do a little bit of a beginner's guide series, maybe eventually a series. I don't know yet, but I'll start it off at one episode, see how it goes, and take it from there. So for the first episode, I can't really think of anything more basic than loading into your account for the first time and playing your first match. So basically, that's what I want to go over with today. And what I've actually done is gone and made a brand new H&G account so that I can show you what it looks like. And then I'll explain all the different tabs when I get there. So if you're watching this video, you're probably one of two people. You're either a new player who's actually looking for some advice on how to play and what to do to get started in this game. And if you're not that person, then you're probably somebody who's been playing for a while who's just here to critique and see how well I do. Either way, that's fine. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I haven't posted a whole lot recently. It's been, oh god, my cat's going off in the background, but anyhow, it's been a little while since the last time I uploaded. If you don't know much about me, I used to do a lot of the YouTube live streams and whatnot for this game, but I have not really been into the whole YouTube thing recently, but I'll try to get back into it and whatever, and maybe this series will be a good start. Who knows? But like I said, I went and made a new account, and so I'm going to jump in there and explain the first few things that you'll see and what you can do with the game in there. And if you've already gone past that part, that's fine, because maybe you just skip this video, and if I do end up uploading some more videos in this series, well, you can go to those. But this is basically the very first, most basic thing you can do, and that's just logging into your account and playing your first match, and it all starts from there. So okay, so I've made a new account and I'm logging into it right now. As you can see, put your password in, username, all that stuff. It does take a couple seconds usually, at least for me, to log in. And that's with my old account too. That's just the way it is. You'll be prompted to choose a faction at the beginning. It really makes no difference what you choose. For me, I just chose US. You can pick a random name, or you can put one in. If you want to change the name now, it's free to do it, but you'll end up having to pay credits to do it later. So if you have a good name in mind, you might as well put it in now. And once you start, it's going to try to auto put you into a battle, but I like to skip that and go into the character selection screen instead. So either way, it doesn't really make a difference what you do here, but I just wanted to give a sort of an overview on what it's like when you first log in. You'll have the loading screen that looks somewhat similar to that, and like I said, you can switch characters. Your first infantryman, your rank 0 infantryman, is always free, so for all of your factions you get a free one. You can see it would cost credits or gold to recruit any of the other characters, but your first infantryman is free for all the factions, so that's nice. And you'll just start with a stock semi-auto rifle, and that's basically it. You'll have no badges, and you'll be a rank 0, so it really makes no difference which faction you choose in the beginning. You can always purchase more characters by going to the store, selecting soldiers, and you can change which faction you want up at the top above where it shows the classes, but to recruit another soldier after you get your first free one, it's 9,200 credits, I think. So it's pretty cheap for a rank 0, at least for an infantryman. So, and then so that's basically what you'll be working with before you end up getting into your battle. So you can see you'll have a stock rifle with no mods, nothing leveled up. You'll start with 25,000 credits, and that's basically it. So what I'm going to try to do is get us into a battle, and we'll see what we can do. Alright, so it looks like we've loaded into a game against the Russians on the new encounter map. And as you can see, looking at the tab here, it only shows the players that are actually real players in the game. So normally it would show the names of the Soviet players, but they're all bots in this case. So you'll start out in your spawn, and you can summon the scoreboard by holding down the tab button. And basically at the start, you really just kind of want to run to the the objective, which is marked in this case by a red star with a circle around it. That means the enemy is capping it. And actually, my team is not doing a very good job right now. So we loaded into a battle that's already about half over. So, and you basically just want to get to the battle and kill the enemies. So you can see here, I'm taking some shots at the enemies and whatnot. Your teammates are marked in blue, and your squad mates are marked in green. Now you can summon your map at any point by holding down M, and you can zoom in by giving it a little right click, and that'll show you, where the ammo, where the health boxes are, and whatnot. So you can see I ran out of ammo, and I'm also low on health, so I want to go find an ammo box. And I'm actually approaching one right here. There's one over to the left. You can see it start to appear there when you get close enough. You can just go there and hold E, and you'll resupply the ammo for all of your weapons. You can see me doing that right now. Another thing you can do is restore your health. They look similar to the ammo boxes, but they just got a little plus sign on it. Same principle, basically, too. You hover over it, and you hold E, and that'll heal. Now, the main objective here in Encounter is to just hold the point and keep the enemies out of it. So the little circle that's below the ticket bars at the top shows the number of teammates in the point as well as the number of enemies in the point. And you can see right now there's more enemies than we have people on my team, and that's why it's red right now. So basically you just want to clear out all these enemies, which is what we're working on right now. Shouldn't be too hard because it's all bots basically, these first couple matches that you play in the game. So later on these will be real players that you fight against. And now you can see we're actually taking back control. See that there's a little bar around the circle. It's turning blue, so you get points for neutralizing it, and then you'll get points again for capturing it. But that circle will remain there as long as there's enemies in the point. Just like it did for, when you were in the point and the enemies held it. Now, if it's uncontested like it is right now, there will be no circle, and it'll just, it'll be empty until you can see an enemy run in right now, and it popped back up. So that's basically how it works. I'm just going to skip to the end and show you what the battle report looks like, and we'll call it a day. Alright, so here we are after the first match that we played, and you can see you'll always get a battle report screen that looks similar to this. You can see that we did actually make it to rank 1, so that's good. I mean, you should, because it's only like 10 XP or something like that. And then your progress towards your rank will be shown here. This yellow just indicates where I would have been if I had Veteran on. But since I don't have Veteran on this account, I've made it this far. I'll be able to show you that once I get off this battle screen. You can see the scoreboard. It looks like everybody here on our team was real players, and then on the other team was all bots. So I was surprised by this. Like I said, I haven't fought the bots before, so this was my first time. And basically, what I thought was your first battle would be just you and bots on your team versus bots on the enemy team, but the way it looks like... Uh-oh, he's queuing me for another match. That's not what I want. Oh shit, skip through this. I'm sorry about this. I forgot that I was still in a squad. So I want to leave this squad. Anyway, let me get back to that battle report. Sorry about that, guys. So you can see the scoreboard. You can see how many credits that you made. This is, again, what you would have had with Veteran. No war funds because it's not a war battle. You can see how many resources each side lost. I came into that battle about halfway through. It was about 50% complete when I joined in. So you can see Soviets lost 75 infantry and U.S. lost 46. So, and you can see all the XP that I got towards my rank for these different actions. So the most points you get typically is from capturing, but like I said, since I came in halfway, you don't have the initial capture. But so for this one, it looks like most of the XP I got from killing things. But so yeah, and then these ribbons here indicate your progress. So you can see I got some points towards my Garand because that's all I used. And actually, one nice thing that becomes available after you use your weapon is mods. I'll explain these hopefully in a later video if I decide to keep doing this series. But another thing you'll notice is this red bar. That indicates that I have used a little bit of this gun and that it needs to be repaired. Typically, what I like to do, you can change your repair options by clicking on the little wrench. This is repairing the gun, and this is repairing your ammo, and also if you put mods on it, they will appear down here as well. I like to just put these all on auto repair, and setting it here it just means that it's going to automatically take the repair out of your credits. after each match, so you won't have to worry about having that red bar. Some people like to leave it open and then just repair it when they need it, but personally I like to just have it auto repair. And then you can look at the mods that you have unlocked. So just from playing that match, you can see that I've unlocked just this ammunition type here. So you can see that it adds a little bit of damage over the usual at the cost of a bit of accuracy. So this is the stock one that you'll get. So you can see, you can compare these mods by clicking on them, seeing what they do. You know, there's also different types. Looks like I also unlocked the trigger, so that'll just increase the RPM. Also, you can increase the amount of ammunition that you bring, which is what I should have done when I started, but I totally forgot about it. You can increase the amount of ammunition that you bring by clicking this plus here, and that will give you some more ammunition. Now you can see, though, originally my Garand took up 5 of my slots that I had available as to an infantryman. So when you start out, this isn't as big of a deal, but when you unlock more guns, more weapons, and things to use, you're going to have to think about which points do I need to allocate to different weapons. So usually, most of the time, your primary weapon's going to take up the most points. So for me, it's 5. When you add another ammo pouch, it's going to take up another point. So now you can see my Garand is taking up 6 points, which gives me 4 to work with. So yeah, I mean, if I decide to put the most of that match in, you can see I actually ran out of ammo a couple times, and you end up finding a health crate somewhere or an ammo crate, depending on what you need. So, and you can also see that my next unlocks tab over here has changed, so you can see the next things that I have to be unlocked. My progress on my Garand ribbon, you can see by clicking on that. So I've unlocked a couple camos for it, so that's always nice. I got a trigger upgrade. Looks like I got one of the barrels. So, and like I said, you can look up how to mod these guns. I might do like an introductory video, but to keep this one shorter, I'm not going to go over mods, you know, the recommended mod setups or whatever for your Garand. But just know that there's some upgrades available that you can purchase, and you will have to repair these after each match. So adding a mod means you're going to add to the cost of using that weapon, basically. So there's that, and after your first match, you should also be able to equip your first badge, which would be First Blood. It looks still like it's grayed out for me, which is odd because I should have unlocked it. And it shows that I unlocked it, but for some reason it does not allow me to drag it over, so I'm not sure what that's about. Typically after your first match, you'll be able to drag it over. But, okay then, maybe you have to get rank 2. I'm not sure. I'll play around with that and hopefully have an answer for you. It could also just be a bug. You'll find that there are bugs in this game, like any other game, but bugs definitely are a big part of this. So yes, and eventually earning points through these other ribbons will give you some other things to unlock, like grenades. I wouldn't necessarily recommend using grenades, but you can see infantry assault once you level this ribbon up enough, which you get just by using your Garand, your starter rifle, whatever it may be. And you can get some different guns. So this is the starter SMG for US, which is a pretty good gun. You get a rifle, bazooka, LMG, and then finally you get an assault rifle. So this setup is pretty standard for all the other factions. So that's about all I have to say. I'll cut it back to my regular count for any closing comments, but yeah, this is basically what you'll be dealing with when you first start playing the game. So one quick thing that I forgot to mention is that when you start, the only game mode that you'll be able to play is Encounter. And so that's 2 possible maps for you to be able to play on. Both times I got the newer Encounter map, the Kalmar Hamlet. But as you rank up, as you can see, when you get to account level 3, you'll have Skirmish unlocked and so on and so on. So I forgot to mention that. That's definitely important because these are different game modes. In these, you can encounter recons and tanks, and you know, these you can encounter recons, tanks, and and paratroopers as well, and also planes you can encounter in assault. So I forgot to mention that. It's important. So I'm sorry about that, but hopefully I cleared that up for anybody that might have been wondering. Also, after playing another match, I did get I was able to put the First Blood badge on. I had an issue with that earlier. And you can do that simply by taking it and dragging it over. So, not sure if that was a bug or if you have to play 2 matches, but either way, I have it unlocked. Alright, so I'm back on my regular account now. Just to close it up here, I just wanted to say, hopefully that you found the information that I gave at least somewhat useful. If you've already gone past that part and have already really kind of started and played your first few matches, then the information that I said probably isn't going to help you a whole lot. But if you're a new player, and by new player I mean like really new, like you just made your account and you haven't played a match yet, then I at least hope that this was somewhat informative. The next video, I'll probably either go over, some basic like weapon modding for your starter rifle, or we can talk about the objectives in some of the game modes. Both of those are probably pretty important because, for a new player, the actual like game mechanics for how the each game mode works and what the objectives are, it changes just a little bit, and maybe it's confusing. I'm not sure. I mean, it's hard for me to say because I've been playing for a while where it's like, oh, it's a skirmish match or it's an encounter match. You pretty much know what to do. In all cases, you basically just kill the enemy. So, but there's a little bit more to it than that. So, but I don't know. Like I said, we'll be thinking about doing a part 2 depending on how well this video goes over. So, but hopefully, like I said, hopefully you found something useful. If you did, let me know. Also, if you didn't like something, let me know what I can change. Because if I decide to do a second video, I'll want to take that into consideration. So, thanks a bunch for watching if you made it this far, and I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.